Hello, Virgo. It's umomgtarot, and this is your someone secretly talking about you tarot card reading. Virgo, people have nerve, you know? People have nerve, and we're going to find out who and what type of vibe they carry with the zodiac sign cards, and then we're going to do a tarot spread. Figure out what the heck are you talking about. So let's have a look. Your first card is, oh my goodness, we're mirroring energy here. You got a Virgo. Some of you guys are a Virgo, having Virgo on Virgo crimes. Okay, and it's not cute. You guys should be loving each other. Although you know each other's ways, so I understand why you wouldn't, be here for each other when they get to talking about each other. Virgo, you got a Virgo secretly talking about you. Somebody carrying that Virgo vibe, or somebody at work. Then, oh, did I read the thing? The energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air, Virgo. Then we have Sagittarius energy in the mix, and that's okay. Because they're broad-minded. Yes, they can be petty. Yes, they can be dishonest. But it's all in the name of fun. It's just to be funny. Their malice comes from a place of, I just wanted to laugh. Or I got a little greedy, I'm sorry. Never really malice. Never really straight up malice. Right? The energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. I immediately take that back. That can't be true. I know some pretty shady Sagittariuses. That's not true. Some of them can be quite malicious, actually. Why did I say that? Alright, there. Now you can calm down. Then we have Aries energy, and the energy is dynamic and spontaneous. Crusading impulsive action is likely. We got 2 fire signs in here. So you already done know. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. There's either sexual tension and you're talking about me, or there's real anger. And I don't like that for you guys. I don't want that for you guys. I want the best for you guys. But you and Aries usually have a thing. There's a competitive energy between you, and if you're not working together, there's going to be like frenemy energy or a lack of trust type energy. Sagittarius in the mix, you always got to think about the moral of the story and the bigger picture. And that's what this person does. So let's see why they're talking about you. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot, and all of the decks that I use are in the description if you're curious. And here's your first card. Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness, they used to like you. Now they don't like you. Or they'd like you, but then they started with fond feelings. Said, hey, you're going to be my friend. I'm your friend. Oh, we're friends. Yeah, okay. Started with good feelings, and then things started to turn into the reversal. Then we have the Queen of Cups. There's more sensitivity there. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We're talking about work here. Now we know what they're talking about. And then we've got, oh my goodness. Come on. Can you please stop always doing that? You Virgo/Aries energy. Why you gotta do that? They don't want to see you win. The heck? You could be sitting there minding your business, and this person's talking about you, and they're like taking digs. Digs that would hurt your feelings. Okay? Queen of Cups tells me there's like sensitivity around there. They're probably trying to hone into your insecurities, if there are any visible insecurities. Okay, this person is focused on work. This person is ambitious. They're trying out here to focus on work, but they're ambitious. They're always trying to highlight, your possible shortcomings or sensitivity. They're always trying to turn their attention to the boss or the higher up and speak to their sensitivities and, get connected on like a non-tangible front. Like, hey, I gossip with you, or hey, I talk to you about real things, or I give you the lowdown or whatever. They're trying to get in there. And even though you feel like this is a new connection or a connection that started out as something positive or feeling like a friend, this person, it feels like Queen of Cups. They're like emotionally like motherly, I guess. Like they feel like a mother, like somebody you can trust. But I also feel like they're focused on work and their aspirations. So I feel like when they go to this Queen of Cups, they're being emotional or whatever. But what grinds my gears here is that Tower energy that's in reverse. Even though it's in reverse, and I know that things can't get any worse with this person, I feel like they've brought some active combat to this dynamic, whether it's at work or not. I feel like they've brought some drama to the foundation of the relationship and really kind of shifted how you perceive them, how you perceive the relationship that you had with them. And so I feel like they've torn it down. They've turned it into something that it completely isn't, or that something that it isn't hasn't been since the beginning. Ace of Cups, when you were like, yeah, you're nice, you're not bad. Now you think like, nah, this person is destructive. They may even be destructive to the point of self-sabotage. Now this card is in reverse, the Tower, and it is just, it makes me feel like self-destructive is the name of the game, because they're, again, giving me the doing too much energy. You know, you're focused on your work, you're focused on what you need to do, but at the same time you're tearing down the foundations, possibly self-sabotaging that focus. And then we have the King of Swords, another person who has authority and power, so they may be in a senior role compared to you, and they're executive decisions that seem somewhat unfair are based on what they know, and what they know is something false. This person's talking about you and they're trying to affect like either your mother and father, and they just completely betray the trust and cause a huge fight, or they're trying to get what they want by overstepping and talking to a boss or a senior authority in the situation. Mother, this is like your siblings going to your parents, or your like friend going to your parents. Like, it's like, what are you doing? I thought you were cool. Now like you'll do anything to get your way. Like, I don't like you. I'm not here for your foolishness. Now the King and Queen of Cups are what make me go, okay, who are you going to? And like, I feel like the Queen of Cups is more understanding. I feel like the King of Swords is like, okay, well, no. Like, I'm going to make an executive decision, and since you guys are fighting, I'm going to fire both of you, or restructure, or like, you know what I mean? Like, they'll do something really harsh. So I feel like this person might be self-sabotaging themselves and trying to involve you. Hopefully it doesn't ricochet and hurt you. I think that maybe, you know, yeah. Knight of Pentacles, they're just trying to find an opportunity, or trying to outshine you in an opportunity. More Virgo energy. It makes me feel like it's at work. It might be another Virgo, or, you know, somebody that can relate to that Aries energy from the Virgo perspective. The Hermit energy is supposed to be an observer. Just watch what they do. I feel like that would be great advice to give. If somebody's doing too much, all you have to do is stand back, because they'll eventually do too much to themselves. Like the actions show, right? They speak louder. So if they're saying stuff or spreading rumors or saying this and that about you, and it makes you angry and it makes you want to quarrel, I would say refrain from doing so and just be an observer like the Hermit, because people are watching. At the end of the day, at the end of the reading, people are observing and they're seeing the action, they're seeing the behavior. And there's never been a time where somebody didn't just do too much. If that's what they're on, if that's the vibe they're carrying, they do too much energy, that they'll, you know, get to that Tower card inevitably if they don't change their wicked ways. That's how it goes. You know how that go. Heavy burdens, responsibilities. They might be acting out and talking about you in this way because they feel a lot of pressure. Maybe you get your work done faster. Maybe you're just more efficient, and they're jealous in some regard, and so they're trying to highlight your wrongdoings or your mistakes or whatever, just so that it deflects from theirs. This Eight of Pentacles speaks to that hard work that they're usually supposed to do, but what, maybe they're light on the load of work, and they're worried about their job, and they're trying to be like, well, did you see this person over here? Did you see this Virgo chick over here? She's like, she was on break for 16 minutes. Breaks are only 15 minutes. The heck, you know? And then the fact that they could just keep doing that is gonna kind of put them in that Tower situation, which I don't want to be any part of. You don't want to be any part of. So just focus on your work. Eight of Pentacles, focus on your work. Lots of information in here for you. Yeah, if your first impression was this person's great, and your current impression is like, they do too much. They haven't done anything technically to me yet, but they do too much in general. I would say, yeah, they're probably talking about you. If they were talking about other people to you, they are talking about you. Okay? They don't give a what? You think they care? They're just trying to get that check, climb that ladder. And Ten of Wands, they may have a lot of pressure in their home life, which makes them that way. So a little compassion if you want. I'm not saying you have to have compassion. You could be like, listen, I need to look up for me. Listen, I showed up in this reading twice too. Because I know how you guys get down. You guys are not here for the foolishness. You'll be like, okay, well, I don't want to be on this rank and be rubbing elbows with people like that. So let me just get myself a PhD. player hater degree. Okay, you know what? That's your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, share the video, and if you'd like a personal reading, please check out the description for a link to my website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop where I sell all sorts of scented candles and spiritually metaphysical products. Alright, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.